I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me and want me to call you on your BS, all my coaching information is in the description below. I go live here on YouTube and answer your manifestation questions. If you want to come hang out, check out when those are scheduled for, and please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to day 15 of Manifesting 101. Where I want to talk about how to change your thoughts and the importance of repetition. I have already spoken on this, but we're going to go over it again because it is so fucking important. It is so important. What you are telling yourself, what you are thinking is fucking everything. It is your experience. It's what is true. Whatever you tell yourself in the moment is true. How do you get good at shifting your thoughts and creating new beliefs? Honestly, is practice. It's practice. This is a journey of you understanding you. I can give you a bunch of different tools that work for me, but that doesn't mean they're going to work for you. And because they don't work for you doesn't mean they don't work for me. They do work for me. That's why I speak on this. This is where anybody speaking on the law is speaking from their experience. Now, there are some people who are just regurgitating information that they don't fucking understand. Whether they realize they don't understand it or not, who the fuck knows? I can't be the one to make that decision. But people who truly understand this shit are speaking from their experience. Because we are all different. Our brains are all different. We all think differently. We all hold different belief systems. We've all been through different experiences and perceive things differently. We are all our own individual, unique snowflake. All of our fingerprints are different. We are all fucking different. When it comes to what works for you, you need to try things and see what works for you. You can literally make up something new to try for yourself because you notice, man, this keeps coming up and I feel like if I did this, it would help me change it. Then fucking try it and see what happens. Something like, I'm going to say stop. When I start thinking thoughts I don't want to think, I'm going to say stop. Or I'm going to spin around in a circle 3 times. When I'm thinking thoughts I don't want to. Whatever you fucking, or like, I'm going to try this and see what happens. Try it and see what happens. What do you need to do to help yourself focus on something different? A big one for me was having set affirmations. In the beginning, I could not just come up with a different thought, a different perspective, a different way to look at things. But having something that it's like, no, this is what is now true. So whenever I'm thinking about the topic, I'm just going to go to this specific sentence. And this is where it's not the techniques that manifest. I've talked about affirmations already in this series. It's not the wording of your affirmation. It's coming back to reminding yourself what is now true. When you want to manifest anything, you're making a decision. I want this and I am going to have it. The end. I am now in the reality in which I get what I want. And your job is to tell yourself that that is what is happening. I'm in the reality in which I'm getting what I want. Without judging what is happening around you or how long it's taking or why there's no movement or this couldn't possibly be working. It never works for me. All of that shit has to go because it's done. That's what the scripting, the techniques are for, is to help you remember and to experience, because everything you're experiencing is internal anyway. Help you have the experience internally so that it can be made manifest into your physical world. A big part of this is letting go of the I can't be happy until I have my manifestation. And listen, that one was a fucking hard one for me. I get it. But trust me, you can be happy without your manifestation. It is fucking possible. And that, in my opinion, in my experience, comes from your self-concept. If you are going to put your happiness onto other things and people outside of you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because it's not their responsibility to make you happy and make you feel good. And let's say I can't be happy until I have SP. Okay, well then you're with SP, and then they start doing things that piss you off. The reason you're pissed off is because of your thought process and the way that you're viewing the situation. Until you take responsibility for you, truly take responsibility for you, and you can do that right fucking now without your manifestation, in my experience, you're just creating yourself a lot of fucking misery. The more you will put your focus on your mental diet, like I was talking about yesterday, on the meanings that you're putting to things that I talked about in a way early video, on your thoughts, and viewing the world in a beneficial way, you will be shocked at how your life will change. But it comes back to reminding yourself how things now are, that those thoughts are no longer true. I'm no longer that person. That's no longer true. And how you go about doing that is unique for you. But the more that you focus on things being a way you don't want them to be, the law is working perfectly. And there are techniques and ways, maybe it's something like nervous system regulation or energy work, or like for me, it was a big one was going to acupuncture, that helped me with my mindset. If you are willing to focus on that thing, you are in the right reality and things are going to unfold perfectly, the tools you need to help you get there are going to show up. And I know that sounds fucking impossible and ridiculous, but when you are focusing on things working out, guess what? They're going to work out. If things can always be shit and something bad is always happening, guess what? You're right, first of all. But if you can tell yourself that good things always happen, it's just as possible as all the bad shit. You're just used to bad shit happening, and it seems impossible that good things could happen. But it's just your perception and your perspective, and it's creating perfectly. Because the law is always working, and it is always working perfectly to reflect back to you what you believe. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.